Obviously, very happy with the guys' performance in the opener. A lot of new faces out there getting new opportunities. And the biggest thing that we challenge those guys really all week is it's not about the who, it's about the how. You know, and everybody on the outside wants to talk about who's going to be the starter at this, who's replacing this, and all those type of things. And we've been telling our guys, hey, it's all about the how. It's how we do things. And, you know, we've showed them last 6 years offensively, you know, we've had a lot of success. It's been very consistent. And there's been a lot of different players that were part of that continued success. And so our offense has not been built around one or two players or anything like that. It's all been built about how we do things. And I really think the guys bought into that. And, you know, the thing I'm most proud of, going all the way through the second half, you know, I think 3 of our last 5 drives were 80 yards. You know, there's a lot of backups and subs in there and really challenging the guys that the standard doesn't change. And then the other thing, just very pleased with Kelly Bryant. I mean, I think it was special for everybody else to see what we've been seeing. You know, and I think, you know, sometimes maybe you don't believe the coaches or whatever when we're coming over and talking about all the success that he's had really during fall camp. And we just wanted him to come out and bring that to the game field, and he did. I mean, just from the very beginning, all the way through, great ball there to Dion, and I think he set a record most total yards by a quarterback in an opener. So I think that was pretty special, especially with all the noise out there. Everybody's talking about the guys that have left, and people are already talking about guys that will be coming in later, and it's very hard for a guy in that situation. And you got to give Kelly a lot of credit, just to have the mental toughness, just to really worry about things he can control. And he got off to a great start today, and really excited to watch him the rest of the week.
How do you think about his athleticism, being more athletic than Sean Watson, maybe open up the offense a little bit with some of those long runs?
I think the thing that Kelly brings is being able to run, much like several of the guys that we've had in the past. You know, he had some. We got onto him there on the one where he stepped out of bounds. I think he wears a size 15 shoe. And if he'd have wore a size 13, he might have scored there. Cost us some points. But, you know, you can see how much more comfortable he is this year from maybe whenever he's been in some situations in the past. And it didn't look like the game was too fast for him. He looked like he was in control. Made a lot of really good decisions. And that's things as coaches we can tell on the sidelines. Obviously, we know the play call. We can see the defense. We know what needs to happen, what decisions need to be made. And just from standing on the field, man, he did an excellent job of putting the ball where it's supposed to be and pulling it when he was supposed to, handing off when he was supposed to. And that's really things we're looking for in his first start. So very, very pleased, and I know there'll be some great confidence for him.
How do you simplify things for him?
Well, I mean, I think you know, it wasn't something that we went in the game plan and we said, oh, we got to really change things for Kelly. It really was about all of our guys. We wanted to play fast and, you know, didn't do as much motion and shifts and some different things that we've done in the past. We really just wanted to get up there, line up, and go play, and really worry about our tempo. And guys just worried about their assignments and not really having a lot of window dressing. And you know, they came out and got off to a fast start, so they did a good job.
How important was it to give him a lot of different looks in the passing game to get him comfortable in a game situation?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is the first time him being a starter and being out in that type of. Getting that type of opportunity, and so we wanted to do a lot of different things with him. Wanted him to run the ball. Started off, you know, early in the game with some quarterback runs and really get him going. And then, you know, early on taking a big shot. You know, we didn't want to sit there and just be ultra conservative because we have confidence. We've been able to see him make those throws throughout fall camp. And he did a great job of really carrying over his improvement from the practice field to the game field.
Coach, 353 yards rushing and 312 passing. You had to be really pleased with your balance and also the tempo of the offense today.
Yeah, you know, I think those offensive linemen deserve a lot of credit. And I think we might have played about 14 offensive linemen. And like I said earlier, there's the third team offensive line was in there on a few of those last drives, and 3 of those last 5 drives were over 80 yards. And that's something that we talked about is, you know, the standard doesn't change. When we put new guys in there, the standard doesn't change. It's the same. And I give those guys a lot of credit up front. Obviously, it's easy watching a game. And, you know, being able to see the guys on the perimeter make plays and the running backs making nice runs. Those guys up front did a really good job, opened up some holes, and Kent State did a lot of movement. That's not easy. It doesn't matter about size and all those type of things. When those guys are moving, it's very difficult, and I felt like our guys did a good job picking that up all day.
How pleased were you?
Yeah, I was pleased. Those guys went in and did a good job and had some good drives. Really for us, we've got confidence in all three of those guys. I'm glad the game went the way that it did. We wanted Kelly to really have a lot of time to go out there and really establish himself and get comfortable doing all those things. But at the same time, we wanted those other guys to get an opportunity to play because we're going to count on them. It's a long season, and we're going to need more than just one quarterback as it goes. And I felt like those guys were prepared. They were ready for their moment and did a really good job.
How pleased were you with some of those young guys? Powell, Overton, Higgins.
Yeah, there were so many of them. I've forgotten half of it in the first half. But I think we had 13 different guys catch balls today between the wideouts and the tight ends. And again, that's what we talk about. We talk about our depth. Obviously, we've had some very talented guys here in the past, but I truly believe that we have the most depth that we've had in the 9 years that I've been at Clemson. And that's going to be a huge advantage for us. And it's not easy. There's a lot of guys standing on the sidelines in between series and kind of waiting their time, but they did a really good job of rotating, the substitution, and then when they got their opportunity of making those plays that were there.
Were you pleased with Falcinelli and how he held up the center, making all the calls and stuff?
I was. Obviously, we'll go back and watch all the video, but when you don't notice the center, that's a really good thing. I didn't notice him with any high snaps or any procedure penalties with all the offensive linemen. It was very clean. That's something that maybe we had some issues with earlier in fall camp. So I think Falsey, that's a good one that can go under the radar. But going in and starting your first game at center, in this new season, new offense, all that, it's not easy. And I'm really pleased with what he did up front. And obviously, we'll go back and grade all those guys here tomorrow.
Just I think on Kelly's long run before this guy, I think the boundary was covered. Set of muscles in there. He pulled. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's what Coach y'all been teaching. One of that kind of play can beat you.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the biggest thing that you worry about the most whenever you have a new starting quarterback is just making those decisions. And Kent State gives you a lot of different looks. They're very multiple in what they do defensively. And I really liked his decision making on the sidelines. And he didn't pull it down to run just at any moment. He did it at the right times, and that's when those runs open up. Is whenever you're patient, you let those opportunities present themselves, and then you take advantage of it. And I think he's really going to be able to cause a lot of problems because of that.
There was a lot of talk about losing Leggett, but it had to be nice to see Milan have the big reception in the first quarter on that first drive, and then same thing to begin the second half.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with Milan. He did a great job, and again, he's another one that's practiced really well. He really has never been given that much opportunity, being a starter and all the things that come with that. And he made some big plays, and some of those other tight ends made some nice catches and big plays. And we're going to need all those guys as it goes. But very pleased with Milan and the rest of those three backs.
Were you completely responsible for
Hunter's block?
Hunter decleated a guy.
I didn't see it. Well, that's good because I've been getting on Hunter. It's hard to find ways to get on to Hunter. But one thing he's really been challenging him is getting better blocking downfield. And I kind of know what they were talking about a little bit in the bench area, but I didn't get a chance to see it. So I'll look forward to watching that later tonight.
Without having looked at the film, what's your initial assessment of how Ray did with the punt return game?
Yeah, really pleased. Wind was blowing a little bit today, and Kent State's punter kicked some deep balls that were difficult. Guys having to get back and run back and catch at different angles and all that. So I thought he did a really good job for the first game, and he can be a weapon if he'll continue to do a good job fielding the balls. But I thought he made all good decisions today.